it's Krista and welcome to my channel. Today is Mixed Media Frenzy and I'm going to be using some of my old Halloween kits that I had from last year. They're all Echo Park though. Halloween Town, Halloween Treats. I can't remember all of them, sorry guys. But this is the layout that we are doing this week. I actually picked this layout out for this week. And I love the grungy look, like you guys know. And so that's what we're going for here, but I'm going to do it Halloween style. So first, I gessoed my paper with some clear gesso to prep it for some mixed media. And I'm just using some Distress Oxide. This one that I'm using right now is called Hickory Smoke because it looks like they used some kind of gray on their background. So that's what I'm going for as well, because the colors I'm going to be using are going to be orange and black. So I thought the gray would be a good touch for the base of my layout as far as colors. So I like this Hickory Smoke, and it was going pretty well. I mean, I'm just rubbing it on my packaging, the ink pad, and then I'm just squirting a little bit of water, and then I'm dabbing it up with my paper towel just to make it lighter. I didn't want it real dark. I don't want black on my paper. So I decided to go with the Hickory Smoke, and it turned out great. Now the photo that I am using is a photo of my two older girls. One is 8 and one is 7. And they dressed up with their little Halloween shirts and pants. And of course, they always have to have the same things. It's like having twins, only they're not twins. So we did their hair up and we painted their hair orange with some orange spray. And it looked really cool. So we took the picture, and I'm also going to use that little die that you saw right there. That die, I use it all the time. I absolutely love it. It's a Sizzix die, and it's by Ranger, and I can't say enough about it. I use it all the time with my mixed media layout, so it's awesome. And it comes with 4 different kinds in there. So now what I'm doing is I'm ripping papers, as you can see, and that paper in the back, I just wanted the edge of it. And I know I'm going to be wasting a whole sheet of paper to put underneath this, but my paper was warping from the mixed media on it. And I had to make sure that it would stay down. So I used that to kind of make it a little bit more sturdier. So I just taped down the whole white piece to that big piece right there, because I knew I wasn't going to use that whole piece probably ever. So it wasn't really wasting it. But I have that little bit of orange peeking through, and that black that says some spooky sayings on it. And then I'm just going to use my fingers and kind of rough them up on the edges a little bit so they stick out a little bit more. Gives it a little more dimension, a little more interest. And you can see they have that in their layout as well. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start stamping. So I'm using my archival ink, and the reason I use archival ink is because it's more permanent and it won't like smudge or anything like that. So I'm just going around with this. This is one of my favorite stamps. It's by Finnabair, and it's Primo, and it's just a script stamp, and I'm just going around and randomly stamping. And now I'm going to use this mixed media stamp, which I use a lot too, and I've been using a lot on my Halloween layouts. It looks like it's cracked paint or something. I don't know. It just looks really spooky, and I love it. So I'm just using that and just kind of going all over the place. You see, I'm just going crazy. I'm just going crazy with it. And I absolutely love the way it looks. And I love the grungy look. I love doing layouts like this. One of my favorite kind of layouts to do. And I just truly enjoy it. And they're easy. They are not hard, guys, at all. I mean, look at it. It looks a mess. And once I start stacking and start putting my stuff on top of it, it's going to look so cool. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this strip right here that was on one of the sticker sheets from my Halloween collections. And it's just a little web, and I did glue it as well, even though it was a sticker, because I wanted to make sure it stayed. So now in theirs, they have these straws. I made my straws because I didn't have paper straws to put on my layout. So what I did is I just rolled the pencil inside of those, and kind of like glued it and just rolled and then glued it down, and then I glued them together. And now I'm gluing them down on my paper. That's all I did. So you can make your own, guys. You don't got to go buy them. And now what I'm doing is I'm using another orange piece that I kind of ripped on the bottom. This piece I already used quite a bit of, so I decided to back another orange piece onto that black piece. And I'm just kind of going with the layers as I go along. Now at this point, I'm just keep going. I had no plan. I really didn't. I just kept going with it, and once I get into the zone, I just keep going, and I just keep creating and just keep stacking stuff behind my photos and stacking things onto my page, and I just love the way it turns out. This one I really like a lot. And I am distressing the edges of everything to kind of give it that rough look too. And now I'm going to put my photo on this long piece here. And it says Happy Halloween on the end, and I want to keep that. So that's why I have it still sticking out, and that's why I put my photo towards the end of that piece. Those were all cut apart sheets from one of the kits as well. Now this, I just had this black arrow piece here, and in theirs it looks like they used some washi tape, so I used that on mine. And then here are the pieces that I ran through my die cut machine with that mixed media die that I told you about from Ranger Tim Holtz. And I'm going to stick that to the back of this card now with these bats on it, and I kind of cut it in half, and I'm going to make it look like it still goes along all the way across, which it really doesn't, but you're not going to see that because I'm going to have my photo on top of it. And now I'm going to stick this piece down on the bottom here like this, and this is just part of giving it that grungy look again and making it look like a really cool Halloween layout. I love doing layouts like this, guys. I can't even tell you, like, this is my thing. I just, I can do these all day long. I just love it. And now what I'm going to do is their photo is pretty three-dimensional on that layout. I could tell by looking at it. I don't know if you guys can tell by looking at it. So I knew that I needed to make sure that this photo was good enough to go on top, was high enough to go on top of those straws. So what I'm doing is I'm just using cardboard. I keep cardboard in my house, and this is what I use it for. And I'm just going to stack it up behind my photo on each side of those straws. And I do use 3 pieces because that's the height of the straws. And then I'm just going to glue the whole thing down. And there you go. There's your height. Very easy, not hard at all. And I made sure I glued some of the straws. I put some glue on that too, so it kind of stayed firm in the middle as well. And I just went right in between those 2 straws and glued it down, pushed it down. And that's it. There you go. So then I had this really neat idea. I took this witch's hat and these witch's feet that I had, and I stuck them on the bottom of the bottom of it, so it looks like the witch is, I don't know, my imagination's a little crazy, but it looks like the witch's feet are sticking out and hanging from underneath the layout, and then her hat is up top. And it's kind of like she's hiding behind there. And I just thought it was such a cool thing to do. I don't know. I like it. You guys tell me what you think in the comment box. But I really like the idea, and I thought it looked really, really cool. So, and then I had this haunted house sticker, and I thought this was cool too. So I'm like, oh, well, can't have a witch without the haunted house, right? So I stuck the haunted house down here at the bottom, and I did pop it up with some craft foam. And then I had these really cool shaker pocket stickers. Sorry, that was my dog, guys, that's choking. Are you okay? Yikes. Okay, he's okay. He's old, guys. He's 15. And I used that little shaker pocket, oh my gosh, jack-o'-lantern that you see there, because it's got a witch's hat on it. So I thought that would be really cool to stick there in that little empty spot there below the Happy Halloween. And now I'm going to stick this sticker, and I'm going to raise it up with some craft foam as well. And I'm going to stick it right here. It just says October 31st. And let's see, what else do I do? Oh, yes. Now I'm going to make a little banner. Now, these stickers were in one of the sticker sheets as well. And they're little banner pieces, but they weren't attached to anything. So I took a piece of my twine that I had, black and white twine, and I'm just going to stick them down on it. And then I'm going to glue the whole thing down. And I'm just going to have it kind of going from the October 21st kind of off to the side where those ripped papers are, which you will see in a second. And that's what I did there. And I did pop them up, the little banners, with some craft foam as well. So now it had a witch's broom as well. So I'm like, oh, let's stick the witch's broom on this side too. So I popped it up with some craft foam and glued it down and stuck it right on the side there where she is peeking out. And I really love that. I really do. And then there was this little piece that went perfect right next to the broom, which is a chipboard piece, and it just says Happy Halloween, I believe. And it's an orange piece, and I thought it was perfect. It was the perfect color, and it just kind of fit in there really nicely. So I stuck it in there. So now I had this thicker sheet had this web on there, which I thought would be really cool up here in the corner. So I decided to stick that in the corner there because they do have a little corner piece on their layout. And I decided to stick a web there with this spider, and I'm going to have the spider dangling down on that string. And I thought that would really be neat as well. So it's like so many things to look at, and just your eye just keeps going all over, like, oh, look at that, or oh, look at that. And these are the kinds of layouts I love doing because I love looking for all that. So now, of course, what would it be Halloween layout without some bats? So I stuck a bat there from the thicker sheet. And now I'm going to stick this little chipboard piece that says Boo up in the left-hand corner right there. And my title is just Happy Halloween because that's what it was. It was just a Happy Halloween. So then I found this little jack-o'-lantern, and I wanted to stick it down there with my house. And I also stuck the little black cat as well because I thought they would be really cute. And stuff is all in my stash that I've been collecting for a while. So most of it is from Tuesday morning that I picked up, and they're just Echo Park kits that I got from there. So now this is the hickory smoke. Now I decided to go in with my little brush and kind of make it a little bit more smoky looking and faded. So I went in between my little web, and I went around my layout as well and just rubbed it around a little bit more just to give it a little more of that color peeking out from behind everything. And now I'm using my Distress Oxide. This is Ripe Pumpkin, and I'm going in with the bright, beautiful orange splatters that I'm going to do. And you're also going to see me come in a second. And it looks like whoever did this layout, I'm sorry. And I will leave the name in the description box whose layout it is, so that you guys can check them out as well. She did that. She took it, and you could tell she just kind of did that with the, I don't even know what to say. She just kind of took the bottom of the nozzle and just kind of scraped it against the paper. That's what it looked like to me anyway, so that's what I did. And I think it looks pretty cool. I love it. I've never thought of doing that before until I saw this layout. And now I'm going to go in with black splatters to finish it off. And that's it. That is the layout. So I want to tell you guys, don't forget to check out the other ladies. I will have their links all down below. And yeah, and don't forget the end of the month we're having our Halloween first mixed media hop. I cannot wait. It's going to be so much fun. And if you're not doing a layout with us, you're more than welcome to come and hop along and check out all the layouts and the inspiration and see all the talented ladies and all their cool stuff that they're going to be doing. So here's the layout, guys. I hope you like it. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you. Just hit that red subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell so you get notified every time I post a new video. There's my little witch's feet. I think it came out so cute. I love it. I just love it. The kids saw it and they love it, guys. So you got to try it out. Just try it. All right. I want to thank you guys for watching, and remember, stay crafty. Bye.